Hey everybody, I'm going to be setting up and reviewing this TideWe 3 to 4 person pop-up blind for hunting. One thing that you're going to notice about this blind in particular is that it's really big. I purposely got the 3 to 4 person hunting blind rather than the 2 to 3 because I want a lot of extra room. I'm primarily going to be using this on private land so I don't have to worry about bringing it into the woods and out. It's also going to be nice in case I want to take somebody else hunting with me. If you were to go on the TideWe website, which I will link below, you can find two options. You can get a smaller version of this or the larger one like you see here. So you pop it out of the bag like this, and it's one of those pop-up blinds where you just have to kind of maneuver and make a couple adjustments, and it's basically already set up for you. It's very simple. I've used ones in the past, and this one is no different as far as being easy to set up in a couple of minutes or even less once you get used to it. So to undo this ground blind, you're simply just going to take one buckle that was in the middle right there and open it up this way. The head height is 80 inches tall. That's really tall. In other hunting blinds I've been in, I can't stand up fully unless I'm in the direct center, and I'm 5'11", so that's really nice, especially if you have multiple people in here. The base is 70 inches wide right here and 70 inches wide right over here. So there's a lot of room. The entire thing weighs only 22 pounds. So when you pack this up into the bag, which is right here, that's all that's going to be in there. And you're also going to have some tent stakes in case it's windy and you want to stake this down. There are two fabric options you can order when you purchase this on the TideWe website. You can get 300D, and you can also order one that is 150D. I got 300D here. It's tougher. There's more mesh per square inch. It's a lot stronger as a result of that. And I did that because, again, I'm not going to be moving this around in a public land setting. I'm going to keep this on my property here in one spot for the majority of the season, and therefore I don't mind the extra weight. In this pop-up blind, which by the way is see-through on the inside, but you cannot see into it, as many pop-up blinds are, you have a 270-degree view, and we're going to go in there in just a little bit and take a look around. That means you can see out of one side, fully in the front and fully on the other side, as you can kind of see here. This is the back of the blind. You cannot see through the back with the exception of this little cutout window right here that they put for you that of course you can cover up when you're in a hunting situation if you don't plan on using this side to hunt out of. So when you're in the blind like this, you can see out of it 270 degrees, but you cannot see out the back side like this. That's there to protect you. This is where your back is going to go against if you're sitting in a chair, and you're going to turn and face and look out this side, the front, and the left side over here. I'm already excited about this because I can tell by looking at it from here how great this is going to be to hunt out of, that being it's so large and so easy to use. On the back side here, this is the side that we cannot see out of. You're going to put your back up to here and hunt facing this direction. This is where you're going to enter the blind, and you've got a V-shaped door on this side of the blind that's zippered shut. So to open that, you simply unzip it, and they give you cool options with these little clips right here. You can clip these to the inside of the blind so that you don't have to make the loud zipper noise going in and out of it. Plus it's a lot easier sometimes just taking a couple clips and putting them up than running the zipper all the way up and down as you see. Plenty of space to get your bow, your rifle, chair, a kid, yourself in and out of without having too much of a hassle of bending over and being uncomfortable. In a real hunting situation, of course, I'm going to have a large jacket, most likely here in Wisconsin, a weapon and all of that stuff. But I can tell here, being 5'11", that this is going to be an easy way to get into this blind, and it's going to be very comfortable once I'm inside of it. I'm currently standing up and I have tons of headroom above me. But being 5'11", I've got a good, I don't know how much that is, 10, 11 inches above my head if I stand up perfectly tall in the center of this blind. At the moment, I am inside the ground blind, waving my arms back and forth, and you probably can't see me at all. That is because of this mesh that is see-through from one direction but not the other. I can see the camera, I can see all the trees, I can see everything outside of the blind, but you probably cannot see me, and that's the design of this type of pop-up blind. So in order to shoot out of the ground blind, whether you're using a compound bow, crossbow, shotgun for turkey, a rifle for deer, you simply slide these little mechanisms on either side of the shooting window you'd like to use, which I will show you in just a moment. You slide them up or down and move this window up or down. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Slide it up and there you have it. So now if I were sitting in a chair at about this height, which is appropriate, I now have the front to view out of if I want to. Now you can adjust this a little bit. If I want to slide this up and not use a large viewing window, you can do that. Or of course you can slide this down and maybe slide the top one down like this to reduce visibility. I know for a fact that deer hunting, once they pin you, they will catch your movement inside of here from a long way away, especially because you're not off the ground like in a deer stand. So it is important to limit this as much as you can. If you're shooting with a rifle or a shotgun, this would probably work. I would say with a compound bow, you'd probably need this up a little higher if that's your style of hunting. So if you want to close up this window, it's a sliding system. You just slide this up, go over to this side, slide this up. There's no clips you have to undo. It's just a different system that's relatively unique, I would say. And then you slide this one down over here. It's pretty quiet, by the way, too. I like that. And now you have full concealment, at least from this window right here. All these windows work the same. The window on the right side is the same width and height as the center. Same goes with the one on the left. Looking at the back door, you do have this zipper like we discussed earlier, if you'd like to zip this shut, but you also have these clips, which I think are nice because they're quieter and probably a little faster to use if you only want to use a couple. Now this clip right here is going to go on to what would be this tent pole up here. But not all of the clips have tent poles to attach to, so they gave you some fabric here to attach it to so that you can attach it. I'm going to put it on a tent pole up here, a pole up here. Honestly, you wouldn't even have to do all of these. You could probably get away with just doing like 2, maybe 3. And put that on the piece of fabric there. This one does have a pole to go to, so it's going to attach there. And honestly, that's probably good. You wouldn't even need to do all of them on that door. Now, if you are hunting in a chair right here, facing this direction, and let's say you just have like that window open in front of you, that's fine. But my recommendation is to always keep this closed unless you think there is a possibility you could shoot something behind you. You simply take this and it goes into this bungee strap right here, which I can't do with one hand, but I think you get the idea that this would go up and would conceal you from behind. I'm currently sitting on my hunting tripod seat. It sits up a little taller. I can use it to sit on the ground and actually use a compound bow. The point I'm trying to make is we've got tons of space in here. It says 3 to 4 person. I mean, yeah, you can get 4 people in here if you're hunting out different directions. Hunting with 4 people in a small area like this, which is not small, but relatively speaking, is usually not the safest idea. However, if you are a parent, you like to take your kids hunting, you could easily fit yourself and 2 smaller kids in here to give them that experience. 2 adults, no problem. You could easily hunt with 2 adults out of this ground blind. Look at the room in there. That's my chair back there. You could easily fit a much larger camping chair if you want. I'm not saying you need to have a lot of room to be a successful hunter, but if you're doing the private land thing, if you're using this for ice fishing, you got a buddy that wants to hunt with you, a kid, your spouse, this is great. Stand up, nice tall ceilings. I've been working with TideWe and been supportive of TideWe for a while now. And one of the reasons why is because they're more of a budget hunting company, and I think that's really important. One of the reasons why so many people don't hunt is because it's so expensive to get into. It's one thing to have a mom or a dad or an uncle or an aunt or someone in your family that kind of adopts you into this whole hunting culture. But if you don't have that and you just want to start hunting, you're gonna be out a lot of money if you don't know which products to get and which companies to get those products from. If you are interested in checking out this blind or the smaller version of this blind, please click the link below and you will get a whopping 18% off your purchase. It is hard to get a blind like this big, this easy to use for the price that you're going to find on the website by clicking the link below. Thanks for stopping by the Relentless Sportsman YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed my review of the TideWe 3 to 4 person pop-up blind. If you have any questions, make sure you hit me up in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.